Hi students, today we discuss about the types of bones. Types of bones. Types of bones based on method of formation. So types of bones based on method of formation in the animal's body. So the bones are divided into four types based on method of their formation. So bones are divided into four types based on method of formation. Number one, cartilage bones, cartilage bones. Investing bones, sesamoid bones, and visceral bone. So bones are divided into four types based on method of formation: cartilage bones, investing bones, sesamoid bones, and visceral bones. First, we discuss about cartilage bones. The cartilage bones is also called replacing bones. Replacing bones are endochondral bones. So cartilage bones are also called replacing bones or endochondral bones. What are cartilage bones? The bones which is formed by ossification within the cartilage are called cartilage bones or replacing bones or endochondral bone. So the bones which is formed by ossification within the cartilage are called cartilage bones. So during embryonic stages of vertebrates, the endoskeleton is formed by cartilage. Cartilage. Some of the cartilaginous bones are replaced by bones. So some of the cartilaginous endoskeleton is replaced by bones. So those such type of bones are called cartilage bones or replacing bones or endochondral bones. So the cartilage endoskeleton is replaced by bones. Such type of bones are called cartilage bones or replacing bones or endochondral bones. The endochondral bones or cartilage bones or replacing bones are found in example bones of limbs, bones of limbs, girdles, vertebrae. So bones of limbs. Limbs means four. The animals possess two pairs of limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs. These are four limbs. In man, forelimbs are hands, hind limbs are legs. So the bones of forelimbs and hind limbs are cartilaginous bones. Next, girdles. Animals possess two types of girdles: pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. Pectoral girdle is located in thoracic region where the forelimbs are joined. Next, pelvic girdle is located where the hind limbs are joined. So the bones of pectoral and pelvic girdle possess cartilaginous bones. Next, vertebrae. What are vertebrae? Small bones in the backbone or vertebral column are called vertebrae. So the bones of limbs, girdles, and vertebrae are the example of cartilage bones. Next, investing bones. The bones which is formed by ossification within the embryonic mesenchyme. Embryonic mesenchyme called investing bones. Investing bones are also called membrane bones or endodermal bones. So, what are investing bones, or membrane bones, or endodermal bones? The bones which is formed by ossification within the embryonic mesenchyme. Mesenchyme is a tissue. So the embryo of the animal possesses mesenchyme. Mesenchyme is a tissue. So some of the bones are developed from embryonic mesenchyme. Such type of bones are called investing bones or embryo membrane bones or endodermal bones. The investing bones are found in, example, most of the bones of cranium. Cranium is also called brain box. Brain is located in the cranium. So cranium is also called brain box. So the bones of cranium are the examples of investing bones or membrane bones, endodermal bones. These are developed from embryonic mesenchyme. Next, sesamoid bones. What are sesamoid bones? The bones which are formed by ossification within the tendons. Within the tendons are called sesamoid bones. What are tendons? The tissue which attach the muscles with bones are called tendons. So the tendons are a tissue. Tendons attach the muscles with bones. So in some places tendons Some bones are developed from tendons. Such bones are called sesamoid bones. So the bones which is formed by ossification within the tendons are called sesamoid bones. Example, patella, patella or kneecap. So, knee is covered by a plate-like bone called patella, also called kneecap. So, the patella or kneecap is the example of sesamoid bone. So, the patella or kneecap is formed by ossification within the tendons. So, this is sesamoid bones. Next, pisiform. Pisiform bone. Pisiform bone. The pisiform bone is the wrist of the mammals. So this is the wrist region. The wrist region possesses pisiform bone. The pisiform bone of wrist of the mammals formed by tendons. So the patella and pisiform bone both are sesamoid bones. Next, visceral bones. What are visceral bones? The bones which are formed by ossification within the soft tissue. Soft tissue are called visceral bones. So, visceral bones are formed by soft tissue, are formed from soft tissue. Bones are formed in the soft tissue. Such bones are called visceral bones. Visceral bones are found in example, os cordis, os penis. These two bones are example of visceral bones, os cordis and os penis. Os cordis is located inside the heart of ruminants. Inside the heart of ruminants. Inside the ruminants. Next, os penis. Os penis is located inside the glans penis. Inside the glans penis of most of the mammals. Example, rodents, bats, carnivores. So, os cordis is the example of visceral bone. Os cordis is developed by ossification within the soft tissue. Os cordis is located inside the heart of ruminants. Inside the heart of ruminants. Next, another bone. Example of another visceral bone is os penis. Os penis is located inside the glans penis of most of the mammals, such as rodents, bats, carnivores. Glans penis. Here, mammals possess penis. Male mammals possess penis. Penis is the external male reproductive organ. With the help of penis, the male mammal release its sperms into female. So, at the tip of penis possess a bulb-like structure called glans penis. So, the tip of penis of the mammals possess a bulb-like structure called glans penis. So inside the glans penis, a bone is present called os penis. The os penis is present in most of the mammals, example rodents, rats, etc. Bats. Next, carnivores. Carnivores means the mammals which takes animal food as animal meat as food are called carnivores. So these are the four types of bones. So types of bones based on method of formation divides into four types: cartilage bones, investing bones, sesamoid bones, and visceral bones. Next, types of bones. Types of bones based on their method of based on their structure. So types of bones based on their structure. So the bones are divided into two types based on their structure. Number one, spongy bones, or trabecular bones, or cancellous bones. Next, compact bones. Compact bones. So bones are divided into two types based on their structure, namely spongy bones or trabecular bones or cancellous bones, and compact bones. First we discuss about the spongy bones or trabecular bones or cancellous bones. The spongy bones or trabecular bones or cancellous bones are located at the end of long bones. At the end of long bones. Generally, the long bone has three parts. example, this is long bone. So here the long bone has three parts. This is epiphysis. This is metaphysis. This is diaphysis. So a long bone, example femur. Femur is also called thigh bone. So generally a long bone has three parts: epiphysis, metaphysis, and diaphysis. End of the bone possess epiphysis. Middle of the bone possess diaphysis. Between epiphysis and diaphysis, metaphysis is present. So the spongy bones or trabecular bones or cancellous bones are located in the epiphysis and metaphysis of the long bones. Generally, epiphysis and metaphysis are located at the end of long bone. So this is spongy bone. Spongy bone. This is epiphyseal plate. So the spongy bone or trabecular bone is located in the epiphysis and metaphysis of the long bone. So generally spongy bones are located at the end of long bone. Next, the structure of spongy bones. The spongy bones are not solid bones. Are not solid bones. The spongy bones possess holes. Spongy bones possess holes, many holes. So at the end of long bones possess many holes. These are holes of the spongy bone. These holes are connected one to another by columns or plates. So these are holes of spongy bone. These holes are connected one to another by columns or plates. The columns or plates are called trabeculae. So trabeculae connect the holes of spongy bones one to another. Next, inside the spongy bones possess irregular spaces. So these are the irregular spaces of the spongy bone. The irregular spaces of spongy bone fill with red bone marrow. The red bone marrow is very important for production of blood cells. This type of bones are called cancellous bones. Cancellous. So a cancellous bone is located at the end of long bone, particularly in the epiphysis and metaphysis of the long bone. Next, the the spongy bone possesses many holes or pores. These pores are connected one to another by columns or plates. The columns or plates are called trabeculae. So trabeculae connect the holes of spongy bone from one to another. Next, inside the spongy bone possesses irregular spaces. These irregular spaces are filled with red bone marrow. Red bone marrow. The red bone marrow is very important for production of blood cells. This type of bones are called cancellous bones. The cancellous bones are also called spongy bones because the cancellous bones appears like sponge or honeycomb. Honeycomb possesses small holes. These holes are connected by walls. Here, walls are in the spongy cancellous bones are called trabeculae. So, the cancellous bones are appears like sponge or honeycomb. So, the cancellous bones are also called spongy bones. Here, the spongy bones are weaker and easier to fracture than other bones. So, these are weaker bones and easier to fracture. Next, spongy bones are located or found end of long bones, end of long bones and bones of pelvis, ribs, skull. So, bones of pelvis, ribs, skull possess spongy bones and end of long bones. Example, femur. Next, inside the trabeculae, three types of cells are present. So, in three types of cells are present in the trabeculae, namely osteoblast, osteocytes, and osteoclast. So, the osteoblast, osteocytes, and osteoclast are present inside the trabeculae. So, these are the spongy bones or trabecular bones or cancellous bones. So, generally spongy bones are located at the end of long bones, particularly in epiphysis and metaphysis of the long bones. So, cancellous bones are porous and weaker and soft bones. Next, compact bone. Here, bones are divided into two types based on their structure. One is spongy bones, another bones are compact bones. The compact bones are located in the diaphysis of the long bone. Diaphysis. Here, diaphysis is present middle of the long bone. So, the compact bones are located in the diaphysis of the long bone. It has dense, continuous lamellar matrix between periosteum and endosteum. I will explain the structure of compact bone in the next class.